Welcome back, AHS, to another week of Eye on Needle.
It's a great week because this is the start of spring break. I'm Mason McFadden.
And I'm Alex Sontag, starting it off with sports. Today we don't have anything, but tomorrow we're starting off with JV girls track going to Earlham and boys and girls track going to Denison, along with boys soccer going to Riverside. And then going to Thursday, we have girls track going to Audubon. And to end off the week, we have Friday boys soccer here versus Carroll. Show up and support.
Absolutely. And on the news, on Monday, the IHSSA All-State Individual Speech Festival is at UNI and the FFA banquet. And Thursday, all the way until next Wednesday, no school.
That's great.
That's great.
So, if you haven't noticed, phones have been starting to become a little bit of a problem here at AHS. So we're going to go around and ask people if they're addicted to their phones. Hey you! Are you addicted to your phone?
No.
Are you telling the truth?
No.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hello, Ellie. Are you addicted to your phone?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, bet. Thank you. Hey, Jeremy. Are you addicted to your phone?
Yes and no. I can go without it, but then sometimes, it kind of gets boring without it.
All right, thank you. Hey, Callie Pellet. Are you addicted to your phone?
Yeah. Yes.
Thank you. Hey, Riley. Are you addicted to your phone?
Yes.
Bet. Thank you. Hey, Miss Rose. Are you addicted to your phone?
Kind of. Yes and no.
Okay, thank you. Hey, Mr. Woodwitz, are you addicted to your phone?
No,
Not at all?
not at all. I prefer not to be on it most of the time.
Oh, nice. Thank you. Walker, are you addicted to your phone?
No.
Okay, thank you. Are you addicted to your phone?
No.
Okay, thank you. So we've seen that phone addiction is kind of a big deal. So let's see what people think about it. Hello, Mrs. Hobson. How do you believe phones have affected teaching?
Oh, in some places they've been positive because of some of the tools and the apps that you can use and some of the things you can do to build into a curriculum. But I think overall, the distraction of students, when you look at studies of how many times somebody gets a hit on their phone during a typical day, it's kind of scary. And as students and even as adults, sometimes we get more interested in what that blip is. And so then it becomes an immediate distraction, whether it's me teaching or whether it's the students listening.
I think that it controls people because they see one thing and then they want to do the same thing. Or if someone's wearing this and they're like, oh, like you shouldn't be wearing that, then they're going to stop wearing it because that's what society tells them to do.
Yeah. I personally think, I really wish we lived in a world where phones didn't really exist because nowadays it's less like communicating with each other and like just for example us walking in the halls, if you look up, half of the people are on their phones. No one's looking up talking to each other. Everyone's just involved in what's on their phone.
It definitely has a big mental factor on everybody too. Like a lot of people go through a lot of things with what people say on social media.
Yeah, it really sets a standard like for people. Like if you're not following this, then you're not really part of this category. It really sets like a social status between people, I feel like, because you're not going to be like, you're just going to be left out of some things. And then you're going to be looked out like as like an outcast from like trends and all that. Yeah, they pretty much said what I was going to say, but I was going to touch up and say it kind of sets like higher standards for people, and it's just kind of hard to like, get to know people more on a personal level, especially when phones aren't always there.
Coming from somebody that has a phone and actually is on it quite a lot, I do think it's bad. For schools, I just think that you're less productive and you are paying attention to other things when you're on your phone in school. And then for society, I don't think it's good for society either. I think that there are definitely other things we can be doing other than scrolling on Instagram and TikTok for hours.
During school, I definitely think it can be a distraction. It's kind of nice having the rule of not having your phone, but I feel like it also just kind of like makes people want to be on it even more now that they like can't have it out. In society, I think that it's a great use of technology to use like for work, just socialization in general, but I definitely do think that it's taken a little toll with social media and whatnot. Yeah, they use social media to, influence others on things, but it's also kind of made people like feel insecure about like what other people post and stuff like that. So it's definitely it's a good thing, and it can be a bad thing.
And speaking of soccer, have you guys ever wondered how to play soccer? Well, that's perfect for you because we have a tutorial coming right up. Let's go check it out.
Alright guys, so you might know me as a fellow broadcaster, but today you can call me Mr. McFadden. And we're going to look at some of the rules that play along in soccer.
Wait a minute, he was offsides.
Alright, first up, we have offsides. Kind of confusing when I was learning back in Mr. McFadden's young days. So what Jalen did wrong there was we had 2 defenders lined up like that. He was on one side and the person was on the other side when they kicked the ball to Jalen. Now that's wrong because Jalen was offsides. What he should have done was be in front of the defenders and then run when the ball was kicked. You guys following along with me there? So what he did was he was in front of the ball, behind the defenders, offsides, defense gets the ball.
Much better.
On to the next one.
Oh man! No! What are you doing?
Alright guys, it's pretty self-explanatory. Handball, don't touch the ball with your hands. If you do, other side gets it right away, wherever the ball lies. Not only is it going down, reaching down to pick it up, but if somebody kicks it and it touches it around this area, your hand and a little bit of your arm, it's also a handball. Even if you didn't do anything, they kicked it at you. So make sure you keep your hands to yourself, unless you're the goalie.
I get a corner kick.
Alright, so what we got going on here is a little corner kick. Corner kicks are a very crucial part of soccer. What we got going on here is a little goalie area. Right here's the net, right here is the back line. You got maybe some defenders scattered around here. And so let's say that the ball is shot by the offense, hits somebody on the defense, and then goes out straight back. Then the offense gets to take it to the corner, right here, and they get to kick the ball in. They get to have all their teammates rush in. Very crucial part of soccer. Very good for the offense. Very scary for the defense. On to the next one.
Yes, I'm going for another goal. Ah!
Alright, for the last one, we all just saw what happened. Bro jumped on my back. So, I'm gonna take a penalty kick. Now I drew up a little diagram for you guys. We got the net right here, the goalie. We got some defenders around here, maybe even some attackers, all ready to crash the net. And then you got the one attacker right there, ready to kick the ball, very close to the net. Penalty kicks happen when somebody pretty close gets like a yellow card, something like that, and they get to take a free kick. Now, it's very important that there's these people right here ready to crash the net, because during a game, when the person kicks the ball, if the goalie doesn't grab it or it hits one of the crossbars, it's still alive, so they can still score. However, if you take a penalty kick at the end of the game because the teams are tied, it's a dead ball right after you kick it, so they don't need all the people right there ready to crash the net. Penalty kicks, very crucial part to scoring a goal in a game, also very good to break a tie. Thank you so much for joining Mr. McFadden's soccer class. I hope you learned something. Love you.
That is all we got for this week's Eye of Needle video. Thank you guys so much for watching.
See you guys April 8th after spring break. Not too many videos left, so stay tuned.